And we are starting. Welcome, everybody. We're so glad to have you all with us tonight. I'm especially glad because I'm just home late last night from a free, all expense paid trip to the Dominican Republic, paid for by Young Living, just because I shared my love for these products. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We are going to talk about starting out with essential oils. How do you get started? What do you do? And there's a bunch on here with me tonight. So if you have any questions, feel free to save them for the end, and then we will answer those questions for you. So getting started, let me tell you about what we are basically talking about tonight. Tonight, we will be talking about this kit right here. You all can see that this is called the Premium Starter Bundle. And myself, when I first heard about the Premium Starter Bundle, I'm like, wow, that sounds like a lot of money. But $165 is not a lot of money when you hear what you will not be buying. You can use these oils for so many different purposes. So you'll be getting 12 oils. You'll be getting some samples of Ningxia Red. You'll be getting this beautiful diffuser, and you will be replacing so many products in your home. And one thing you need to know is these bottles last forever. Each of these little bottles is 5 ml, but it has 90 drops. So if you're going to use 1 drop, that's 3 months if you were to use it every day. So I asked myself, why is it called a premium starter bundle? There's a lot of different bundles that Young Living has, but this is premium because it has an oil for every single purpose that you can imagine. All right, so let's get started. First of all, I want to tell you, how do you use these oils? That's a big question everybody wants to know. What do you do with them? Well, these are the ways that you use these oils. Basically, there are 3 different ways. See if you can see this here. Pull it up for you here. 3 different ways to use essential oils. These are Young Living oils. Don't try this with other cheap oils that you don't really know what's in the bottle. Let me go ahead and tell you that in the United States, you can call an essential oil a pure therapeutic oil when who knows what's in there. And that's how you get these cheap, pricey, non-pricey oils. You get these cheap oils sold everywhere because they say it's a trademark. They're considered perfume by the Food and Drug Administration. So they don't have to release what they've put in their little bottle. They can say anything they want about it, but you will not be getting pure therapeutic oils unless you get them from Young Living, because Young Living is the only essential oil company that has its own farms. I've been to their sandalwood farm in Hawaii. I've been to their lavender farm in Utah, and I know Claudia's even been to some other farms. They are amazing. Where'd you go, Claudia? Which other farms?
I went to Washington, the St. Marie Farm in Washington State. I went to the Tree Farm in Idaho. Actually, they both might have been in Washington, but the Tree Farm, the St. Mary's Farm, which is the smallest farm that Young Living has, and of course, the Lavender Farm in Utah.
So we know that these oils are pure only because Young Living watches them. They watch them from when they plant them in pure soil. They actually test the air quality to make sure they're pure. So these are their plants. These are the plants that Young Living has taken care of from seed to seal. So these are the ways you use these oils. Aromatically, like in my diffuser behind me here, you want these oils in the air. They can help your air be as pure as possible, so you're breathing in beautiful essential oils that will benefit your health. You can use them topically on your body anywhere. When you're starting out with oils, you might think about using a carrier oil. That's a big molecule oil, so you absorb the essential oil slower. That's all it does. It doesn't dilute it. But you do not have to do that. Myself, when I started with essential oils, I just put them on my body. And basically there's a few hot oils that you might not want to put directly on your body. That's up to you. But in general, I use the essential oils just straight on my body for topical use. I use them as perfumes. There's so many different things we'll get into a little bit later. And there is a line Young Living has, which are the only essential oils I would ever recommend that you take internally. So I love lemon oil in my water every day. It's a cleansing oil. I love my thieves that I take internally every day. So let's just start out with those few little things to give you a brief background on using essential oils and how you might want to use your essential oils. I was mentioning very quickly the Seed to Seal promise Young Living has. No other company can do this. What does that mean? So the Seed to Seal promise is this. When I started out with Young Living, I thought, I never even talked about this. When I was teaching classes, it was like, oh, well, this is the key to why Young Living is so different than any other company, because they protect their best seeds. These are the ones they're going to plant, they're going to use again. They cultivate their own to make sure there's no pesticides on it, because when you are taking such a concentrated oil from the plant, you are going to be poisoning yourself if there's a tiny bit of pesticide on that plant, because it is so condensed in the oil. You might be getting just a drop on a piece of fruit that you eat, but it's like a kilo of it or a pound of it when you get into how condensed the essential oils are. And that is why it's beautiful. You know, there are no pesticides on Young Living's plants. Also, they use bugs as preventative for the bugs they don't want to eat their plants. They release what are those? Ladybugs into their crops. They have sheep eating the weeds. Everything is hand weeded at Young Living too. So just think of the cost of paying someone to go out and weed your fields. So when we look at the price of our oils, they're beautiful. They distill the oils themselves. We saw these being distilled when we were in Utah, we saw them being distilled in Hawaii. So we know that the best care is being taken to make sure that we get the supreme quality you could ever imagine. They're tested, like each oil is tested about 60 times to make sure it's pure and clean. They have outside companies test their oils too. So you know, when you get a Young Living oil, it is the best you can get for your health. They seal the bottles themselves. When we get them, we buy them directly from Young Living. You don't buy from me, you don't buy from us, you buy from the company and they ship it to you. So you know that what you're getting is pure and clean. So this is really the crux of why Young Living is different. Did you want to add something, Claudia? Go ahead.
Okay, so the other thing too, I want to add to that. So there's some friends that buy it from Amazon. The difference from buying it from Young Living is you're guaranteed the Seed to Seal. Amazon will not, if there's something wrong with your oil, you can't get the Seed to Seal guarantee because you don't have that direct link with Young Living.
Here's the thing too, nobody can buy these oils cheaper. You can get the 24% off, which is what I get, 24% off. So there's no way these oils can come to you pure and clean any cheaper than you can purchase them from with that 24% discount from Young Living. Just so you know, there's no secrets of getting what people on Amazon are getting them cheaper and then selling them in bulk. No, that doesn't happen with Young Living. So these are the oils in the starter kit. Just at a glance, you have the relaxing oils. You have stress away, you have peace and calming. You have valor, which can be used so many different ways, but this is one if you're about to give a talk and you need a little bit more confidence, or you're going out and maybe you decided to do Young Living as a business and you just want that little push, valor. Panaway, muscles and joints. Lavender does a little bit of everything, but you might want to use it in your diffuser at night like I do. Raven is for your respiratory system. Put it on your chest. Peppermint will wake you up. If you're getting drowsy during a meeting, just sniff that peppermint, maybe put some on you. Or you can even, what we do, it's like great for your breath, get you going for the meeting, a little bit in your mouth before you head out. It's better than gum. It's better than mints. It's a great oil for so many different things. Citrus Fresh is one that is cleansing for your air when you're cooking fish on your dryer balls. Citrus Fresh. Thieves is an everyday almost in this house for your immune system. Put a drop in water, you're good to go. Lemon, I already told you, is one that I use in my water every single day. And Digize is when you have those greasy meals. A drop of water and your stomach will smile at you. You will be so happy. So that is just briefly in a quick synopsis what these oils are. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. Here's a little sleeve that these oils come in. This is the premium starter bundle. This is the best way to get started with Young Living, because if you're brand new, you are also going to get 10% off of your first order. So you will get 10% off the cost of this kit. Then you will
And you get an extra free oil. So remember, it's 13 oils when you get the 10% off, and it's loyalty because you get Jade Lemon.
absolutely, this month it's Jade and Lemon. So you will be getting an oil for everything. You can get the other bundles too, but this is the only bundle that we have that has an oil for everything and a diffuser. So let me go ahead and there's a secret compartment. This is the way this comes on top of your oils. Don't forget, there's a secret compartment down here. You pull up that secret compartment, and then you have a few more things underneath there. This is where your peace and calming and stress away will be too. Just so you know. And I mean, there's so much we could talk about. The Ningxia Red sample is going to be down there too. We could basically go on every day. Let me not show you what else is in here. You will be getting your own diffuser, which is the workhorse diffuser, which is beautiful, the Desert Mist diffuser. So this comes in that premium starter bundle. So let me go ahead and tell you a little bit more about some of these individual. Well, let's start. This was something that was very interesting to me when I was starting out. How do these oils work? How do these oils work? So if I can find this graphic that I'm showing you guys, let me show you. If you're looking at this graphic right here, it's very interesting how these oils work on your pituitary gland. Let me find the graphic. You guys are looking at it and I can't find it. Let's see where it is here. All right, can you see that? Is everybody seeing that graphic? Because I'm not finding it.
No.
No? All right. Let's start again. Here we go. Okay.
No,
Okay, good.
It's still
no.
no.
All right. This is just very interesting that when you make a scent tent and you share, you take a huge sniff. Can you see it now?
No.
No.
You still can't see it, no? All right.
No.
Let me just go ahead and tell you about it then. So you have your limbic lobe right behind your nose. This is all connected to your brain. And these are how the oils work on your body. There was a graphic that showed this, but let me just go ahead and tell you about it. So we want to make a scent tent. Any oil you put, even if you put the oil on your body topically, if you have it in your diffuser, you want to get a drop on your hand, take 3 deep sniffs in. Just like that. 3 times. And you're going to activate that part of your brain. And that is why the oils are so powerful on your system. Don't want to forget to do that when you're using the oils. You want to get your body going. So now let me go ahead and show you guys some more graphics about these individual oils. We want to use these oils in a way. Here's another graphic about a way that you can use these oils, just to give you some ideas. If you want to take a screenshot, if you're new, it seems like so much to remember. And that's what I thought. It was a little overwhelming for me when I was brand new. But here's a screenshot you can take of these oils you're going to be getting with this kit. So as you see, you've got oils for your immune system. You've got oils for your digestive system. You've got oils for your respiratory system. You've got oils for your muscles and your joints. You've got sleeping, calming oils, emotional support oils. So if you want to take a screenshot of that, then you will have it for later when your kit comes in. And if you live close to me, you can just come over and grab one of these kits because I have, like Claudia was saying, I have a flip kit here that you can use. So all of these oils are beautiful, and all of these oils are ones that you want to make sure that you're using. That's another thing that I realized when I first started with Young Living, that it seemed scary. So I went for my old routines instead of going for these beautiful oils. Are you all able to see this graphic here?
It
Yes.
looks like we see 100 graphics at the same
All
time.
right, that's kind of what I thought you were seeing. That is so exciting because I have so much to show you.
Yes, it is.
All right, let's start with one about how quickly do these oils work on your body? Yep, you are seeing a million of them again too. Let's try this again. I'm going to take this in a slower motion. How quickly do these oils work on your body? Anybody have an idea how quickly we can get these oils into our system?
20 minutes.
Good, good, Mary Lee.
Sometimes it's faster. So just know that each person is very individual. I felt a difference within 5 minutes.
There you go. So we're to the brain in 22 seconds, in the bloodstream in 2 minutes, and all through your body. Good one, Mary Lee, at least in 20 minutes. Every single cell is affected. These are tiny, tiny little molecules, and they penetrate our cells. So they get through our body as fast as you can imagine. Okay, wanted to share that with you. What else do I have to share with you graphic wise? There are so many beautiful graphics here. The one I was trying, go ahead.
No, I didn't say anything. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Here, if you want to take a screenshot, here is a graphic for later when your kit comes in also. This is how do you use these oils. So you want to take a screenshot of that. It's just giving you ideas. You might have your own idea how you want to use. There's nothing wrong. That's what I learned when I started out with essential oils. You can't really use these oils in a bad way. Notice that lavender, even though it's in a bottle that doesn't say it's an internal oil, it also comes in the vitality oil, meaning you can stick it in your tea at night before you go to sleep. You can do that. Some of these other ones too, frankincense also comes in the vitality oil. It's great for your brain. You also can take the vitality oil, frankincense internally. So these are the same oils, just in different bottles. So don't be afraid of the oils. When you get them, open them up, put them in your diffuser, put them on your body, and have some fun. And if you have questions, call us, because we'd be very happy to help you in any way that we can. This is just such a beautiful bundle. We wanted to make sure we highlighted this for you. And what are some of the things that you can replace? Well, these are some of the things. There is a way that you're going to get your best value with Young Living if you start off what's called a loyalty order. With the loyalty order, that would be ordering something different on a monthly basis. Don't let that scare you. You can get your bundle, your first premium starter kit on that loyalty order. You will be getting money back. Also, if you choose the next month, some people say, and even myself in the beginning, I was like, I don't know what to order. So here's an idea. This is just a few things that Young Living sells that you might think about ordering in the future. You can replace your dish soap with clean dish soap, all the cleaners in your home with one cleaner. You can use what I love, Young Living hand soaps. You can also dilute them. They look a little pricey if you buy them straight on, but I dilute them 4 or 5 times. So all your soap for your home. Who doesn't use soap? Who doesn't replace soap? If you buy energy drinks, the Ningxia Zing is one people love. Toothpaste, especially the whitener toothpaste, is great. Cough drops, laundry detergent. These are just some ideas. Deodorant. These are ideas for you to think about your monthly order, why it's so worth it. And this is something that you all want to think about because there is no cleaner products you can have for your home. And if you keep your home and your bodies clean, you're going to have your best health possible. If you have the best health possible, then you are going to enjoy life that much more. All right, moving on. I want to show you some more graphics here. I'm going to take up all your time. I don't want to do that because I want to share with these girls here. I know they have some beautiful things for you. When we talk about thieves and why it is such a beautiful immune system booster, and this is a graphic that I think kind of makes everything stand out about how clean. This is about cleaning, but just look how these other products were affected and how the Thieves Essential Oil and the Thieves Household Cleaner affected this. And then think of internally in your body. If you were to take the Thieves Vitality Oil internally, how clean it can be compared to not having it. That's why Javen and I use this almost on a daily basis in our water. If you want to stay healthy, this is just something to think about. All right, I want to throw that in there. Now I want to show you all some things you can do with your East Premium Starter Bundle. We all need ideas. That's sitting there. We want to make things. We want to do things. What about some rollers and sprays? Here we go. Here, if you want to take a screenshot of this so you have it for later when your Premium Starter Bundle comes in. You want to make a roller to help you breathe better. It has Raven and Thieves in it. If you want to calm down, what about Stress Away and Citrus Fresh? What if you want to well, this is the Thieves Cleaner if you want to remove stains. And then you want to boost your immune system, Thieves and Lemon. If you need some muscle relief, this is Panaway. This is an extra one. It's Copaiba. And if you want your happy tummy to feel the best it can, Peppermint and Digest. These are just some ideas if you want to take a screenshot so you know how to use these oils that you're going to be getting in this Premium Starter Bundle. Some ideas for you all. And I have another graphic that has ideas for you. Also, what about how to use them in your, how to use these in your diffuser? You're getting this beautiful diffuser, but you maybe want some ideas like, how do I do this? Okay. Let's see where that particular graphic is. Here we go. Let me show you some ideas for diffusing these starter kit oils. So you know, what are you going to, how can you put them in your diffuser? You don't really know what you want. Maybe you don't know which scents go together. But for happiness, Stress Away and Lemon. You want to sleep, Lavender and Stress Away. You want the house to smell clean and fresh, Citrus and Lemon. And these are just not scents. Remember, these are working on your body. This is working on your body. If you need support for the season, fall and spring, Peppermint, Lemon, and Lavender. This is a beautiful blend. Calming down, Frankincense and Lavender. These are just some ideas for you. So if you want to grab a screenshot of that, these are some ideas on how to use these beautiful basic oils. All right, so I'm just going to throw one more graphic up here for you. And then I'm going to turn it over to the girls and I will finish up later. Let's see if you can see this graphic. Looks like you're seeing part of it. Let me bring it up a different way so you can see the whole graphic and not just part of it. Here we go. What did I just tell you about in a very quick way? I was telling you about these oils, and I just want you to know if you were to go and buy these oils individually, these oils would cost you about $400. But when you get these oils in this Premium Starter Bundle, these oils cost you about $12 each. I mean, that's $12 each for some $60, $90 oils. There's no other way to go. So this is the best way that you can get started with Young Living. And then I'll share something with you in a few more minutes, but let me go ahead and turn it over to Rochelle and see what she has for you.
Hi. I thought Claudia was going to. Okay, so I wanted to talk. Chris, she covered quite a few things. So you know what I wanted to talk about and share is why the oils or how they would work. And a couple of things that I really appreciate is we talk about homeostasis, not to get too deep, but and then frequency. Sometimes you'll see just education wise, what are these terms and what do they mean? And homeostasis has to do with assistance that you might need with your metabolism. Sometimes your thermostat is out of whack, you know, your thermostat. Maybe glucose issues. And so when you introduce the oils into your system, they help to clear out and to neutralize some of the issues that you very well may be having. Things like toxins, heavy metals, electromagnetic fields that you usually will get with computers. Those are real live issues that people have, and the oils help neutralize that. I have a friend that uses those plugins, and I'm not going to go into specifics, but I've gone to the house and I had to stay there for a while, and there were probably 7 of them. Couple of things I felt, extreme stress, like right away, anxiety, seriously, nausea, a headache. I unplugged them all, put them in a plastic bag, and let them stay until my stay over there was over. And then I brought over the diffusers and I had to totally clean out the air. But then I felt better. I actually felt like I can relax. I can actually get a good night's rest. It's a real thing. I say that even I've had the oils in my life for a few years, but it's never been an issue until I've been kind of thrust into that. Yes, especially thieves cleans the air, but the aroma of an oil that's familiar to me pulls my level of stress down. So that's even familiar. And I'll share another personal experience. A couple of years back, got into a car accident and I had my oils with me and they were able to get my purse. In my purse was my little sack of oils. In that was a bottle of Valid, among other things. And again, it's what's familiar to me, but it actually kept me calm, you know, because at that point, you know, I got to start calling family and friends to let them know what had happened to me. And that bottle of Valor really, you know, you talking about just being able to ground you, that it was one of the things that really, really gave me the support that I needed. And I love how the staff kept coming into the room saying, wow, it smells really good in here. This is really nice. But again, it was what was familiar, and I really did appreciate that. Frequencies is the other thing, that the other term, and I've learned more about frequencies. I'll use Chris's word. It's not hokey, you know, it's a real thing. And so there's a number that's attached to each oil. Frequencies have to do, let me see if I can read that. It explains as a state of our health and well-being directly affected by the frequency of our body. Frequency is affected by the frequency of things we come in contact with. Well, what exactly does that mean? Certain oils, I know. Certain oils, and okay, I'll use tree oils, and then what I know for a certainty, rose oil. There's a certain number that's attached to that. The higher the frequency, oh gosh, this is where it gets a little murky for me. Your brain and just the way that it helps the cells in your body function. So you want a higher frequency because, oh my gosh, now I forgot my thought. I feel like I'm at the meeting. You need less of it if the frequency is higher. Is that how it goes, Claudia? And Chris?
If your frequency, if your electricity, I like to explain it as electrical field, because we're all electric.
Got it.
If your frequency or electricity is low, it means you're more prone to sickness and depression.
There you go.
But being too high isn't good either. But even you don't have to stress about using an oil, even if the frequency is high. Let's say you're high and the oil is high. The
Mhm.
oil will still help balance. Like I'm a hyper person.
Yeah.
So oils help to bring into balance, no matter what the frequency is, to the normal healthy frequency. You know, like when you hug a tree, you don't have to worry
Right.
about the frequency of the tree. You're like, is this tree going to kill me? No, unless lightning hits it, then maybe. But without lightning, the tree frequency when you're out in plants, when you're by the ocean, the frequency when you touch your feet to the earth, it's good for you.
Right. Right. And so, because Claudia's here, I know. Yes, Jacqueline.
Unmute myself. So how do you know what your electrical frequency is, and how do you know the electrical frequency on the oil? How do you?
You don't
How-
have to be medical about it, but like
Mhm.
if you wake up and you feel sluggish, let me just give you an example. If you inhale peppermint and you apply peppermint, or you put peppermint on the thumb and you touch it to the roof of your mouth, within a very few minutes, you feel different. You feel ready to take on the day, or you feel alert, or you feel like you pushed your button on.
Okay.
My tendency is sometimes I'm prone to panic because of my energy level. There's sometimes I'm too turned on, too much, too Claudia. So I'll take an oil like frankincense, use it the same way, touch it to the roof of my mouth, put it across my brain. And Chris talked about the oil when it hits the center of your brain. Either buttons will be turned on or buttons will be turned off. You ever felt like you have too many voices in your head, or is that just me? You
No,
ever
it's-
feel like it's too busy? It's too busy, too much
Yeah.
chatter, too much, and you're like, I can't sleep. I have this thought, I have that thought, I have ideas, I have plans, an oil will shut that down. But then if you have nothing in your brain and you need to have something in your brain, putting an oil on your brain can help you focus. It can help you turn lights on. So my husband uses the oils for memory. I use oils to keep my mouth shut. It's different. It's the same oil. It's going to have a different purpose for what your personal need is. That's how come you have to document what an oil does for you.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Michelle.
No, because I was thinking when we did the oil, the feelings challenge. And Jacqueline, I don't think you did, but it was
Mhm.
interesting to hear like my mom and how she expressed herself, how she felt
Right.
when you're using oils like inner child or forgiveness.
Or harmony.
And it's the way that you use it. If you're applying it to your solar plexus, you're putting it in your belly button along with, there's a protocol. So it's not the oil by itself, but that's one thing that, I'll use my mom. She's not here as an example. She's been using more castor oil and she's been putting it in her belly button. And I asked her, so do you feel a difference? And she's like, yes. And she's been dealing with issues with inflammation. So, those are wonderful things because I will ask her repeatedly, have you noticed a difference, a change? And she's like, yes. And when you're
Okay.
used to taking things, like over the counter meds, when you're using oils, let's be honest, when we have something that works, it's hard to get it out of our frame of mind. Well, I'm just going to use something that works. My case in point was using over the counter sleep meds. It was ZzzQuil, I'll just say it. And that's what I would do. It shut my brain off and helped me to go to sleep faster. And then I met Chris, and she introduced me to lavender and cedarwood and putting it, and Mary Lee about that linen spray, the kids, and that's what I use every single day. And sometimes I fight sleep because I'm going there. The brain shuts down, the body starts to relax, and I go to sleep. And yes, I'm house sitting, and so that is one of the things. I have to get what's familiar to me so that I can relax. There's no sense in feeling sleepy, but you can't really go to sleep because your brain. And I think I've heard this from many women because they're moms or they're taking care of houses and husbands, and they have a hard time with their brain shutting off. And they're exhausted. And so that's a number one thing that I hear repeatedly. And I love learning about adding other oils. We've had that discussion about sleep many times, but hands down, the lavender and the cedarwood are my favorite. I toy and play with it a little bit, and I read a couple articles, add a different oil here and there, switch it up so that you just don't get totally used to it. You can add something that's citric, you can add vanilla, but there's different things you can use. And sometimes what I do is I'll try to prove it. It's like, this is not gonna work. What is this? This is like, Chris is crazy. It's not gonna work. And I'm a liar every single time. It just, and so, but I love that because like Chris said in the outset, this is my journey, my story I share, so I can share with you what I know works for me. And my favorite this time of the year is the lemon, lavender, and the peppermint. Those allergies, those seasonal annoyances, they're not going to get me. And again, I think it's not just the oil, it's the protocol, the way that you're going to take it. It's not just going to be topically or internally, it's also going to be in the diffuser. And when, Jacqueline, we live in the same area, and those pollens, they settle into the air and they start to just come at you from every direction. And when I share with people, that's what I use, they look at me like I'm crazy, and I'm looking at them going, I know, I get it. It sounds like it's not going to work. It's like, oh, well, all you can do is try. And then, then you'll be my customer. Okay, I think that's all I have. Any questions about frequencies? I know it sounds crazy, but there's a number attached to every single oil. Yes.
I was just gonna say, let's just leave the questions for later. So Claudia has
Okay.
minutes here. Okay, go ahead, Claudia.
Hey, everybody. So I want to show you a difference between tonight's presentation. I want to know from you, this is something I want you to write down because I've been learning a lot this week about the difference between presentation and documentation. So documentation is, how Rochelle gave experiences about, I went through this with the plugins and it raised my level of anxiety. I think that's very helpful to give documentation because you give your audience something to grab onto. My friends in the UK have been doing documentation, taking before and after pictures. They don't have to worry about being compliant. They have the proof in the pudding. Even if you felt maybe Chris was crazy or Rochelle was crazy, when you document, it helps people to see there's no debate. Here's the proof in the pudding. Now, one of my personal experiences, right? Chris showed you the premium starter kit. There's many bundles you can choose from. Your account at this time, when I started, you only had one or two options, and they were all $165 or $160. You didn't have a $100 kit to choose from. You didn't have that you could purchase a lemon and lavender and leave it at that if that's all you wanted. But this kit, the premium starter kit, is still my personal favorite. And I'm going to tell you, one of the first classes that I did, you know how nervous you are standing in front of a group of people talking about something that you're passionate about? And there was a nurse in the audience, and she went like this to me. She said, and she gave me the attitude, so I'm going to do it the New York City way, because she was just a thug. She was like, what, you think I have $165 to give you just like that? You think I'm going to open up my pocketbook and give you $165 for the kit? And I said to her, you know what? I went to a doctor's office, and just like that, I had to pay $250. I said, and I had side effects, and I had consequences, and I had to keep, I'm not knocking doctors. I know they're awesome. But sometimes the pharmaceutical can be a Band-Aid that doesn't work with your body how it was designed. So like, let's say you have a bacteria. Absolutely, you need an antibiotic. Absolutely. But if you don't take care of your body from the side effects from the antibiotic, if you don't take care of what it does to your gut, what it does to your candida, what it does to your yeast levels, you will be on a roller coaster fighting every single consequence with another pharmaceutical, and each pharmaceutical solution has a list of consequences. As long as you know your consequences and you know how you're going to bounce back, totally up to you. But that's the beauty of the premium starter kit. I've been featuring things on surviving spring, and I've been featuring things for the respiratory system. But the other thing I've been featuring is how to use your premium starter kit for emotional stress. Why do you think I use those things? Why do you think I use those 3 topics? Spring, and the emotional roller coaster. It's because most people, that draws them in. Most people, everybody is on an emotional roller coaster. Everybody is fighting for their lungs during the spring season. Spring season for us when we were kids, it just meant flowers were coming. It didn't mean we were going through a plague. It just meant, yay, tulips are coming. I'm so happy. Now it's like, oh, I have these issues. I never had spring issues. My cousin was just telling me that. So the documentation is a help for all of you and for all of us included that have a premium starter kit, and we forget the treasure that we have, because you know what? The world maybe places a lot of value on money, but your health is your wealth. And most people only realize it's wealth when their health is gone. And the other thing I have real quick, I know Chris has beautiful graphics, but this is something that I show when people get their own account. I always want them to picture their own store. So you can get your vitamins, you can get your beauty products, you can get gorgeous skin. If you're vain, that runs in my family. That's all they care about. They don't care about health. There are some people that care about being skinny. That's all they care about. Well, why not be skinny healthy instead of being skinny unhealthy with these crazy gummies that have side effects, right? Why can't you work with your metabolism or your hormones to let go of the little chichon in the middle? And you could do it naturally without compromising health. And the other thing that's very important to me, I'm just going to show you a close-up. This is baby care. Do you know how many people are pregnant bringing little children? Do you know that the most toxic products on the market, do you know that it's related to babies? Do you have people in your group that need to protect the little ones? So that was my idea. The premium starter kit, $500 worth of product for $165, and you'll have everything. Whereas if somebody picks one or two oils, you know, like I had a girl that just picked, she got the basic kit. So she got 2 of these and she got the stress away. The reason she became regular is because the Ningxia Red made a difference for her. But she was like, oh, my nose is stuffy. I'm like, oh, use your diffuser. Oh, you don't have a diffuser. Oh, I have a virus. Oh, use your, and she didn't have nothing. But the premium starter kit at least covers you for like a month or 2. So that's how come I think it's such a great deal. And that's the end of Claudia. That was it.
Thank you, Claudia. So I promised you guys.
I have a question.
Hey.
Yeah.
That Claudia said. She
Yeah.
said, if you get it this month, you're going to get jade.
Lemon.
Is this month March? If you order in March, you'll get
Yeah.
the jade.
Okay, so listen. If
Okay.
someone gets a premium starter kit or they order $100, right? Because when you get a personal sign up, you always want your personal sign up to get the most for their buck. That's always your goal, always. So if they join on loyalty order and they get 100, so let's just pretend they get this. This is 12 oils, but if you put it on loyalty, they get the extra free oil of the month that they join, and they get the 10%. So the Jade Lemon and the soap that Young Living put the Luscious Lemon soap, which Chris doesn't even know about because she's been partying in the Dominican Republic. But you get soap and you get the Jade Lemon for new ones. So you really have to know how Young Living is rewarding these new ones to make it as budget friendly as they can, and to give them as much product as they can. Because once you use the soap from Young Living, I don't buy my soap from anywhere else. So that's for the month of March.
Okay.
Good
Do you
answer.
guys have a graphic for that? Do you guys have the graphic of the Luscious Lemon and the Jade?
Nope, I don't.
I have it on my phone, but go ahead. That was it. Go ahead with the, does
I just
anybody
want to say, I don't think anybody brought a friend, but I had a cute little present here. If you had brought a friend, if you had seen, I posted.
I
Anybody
didn't see
who
the post.
brought a friend, it was on my story.
Okay.
We were going to give you a little gift, but let me just make sure. I think everybody here is somebody on my team already. Yes, you girls are. Okay. Anyway, next time, I offer a gift.
Pretend I'm your friend.
You're my mother-in-law.
Well, I invited 4 people.
Aw, good deal,
Hey,
Jacqueline.
keep it going, Jackie. Keep it
Yeah.
going because you're helping so many. But for the month of March, if you take the picture, Jackie, or if I send it to you, it's the Luscious Lemon and the Jade Lemon oil for an order of just 100, and that's like almost a $40 value, which is awesome.
Okay.
And so if they can watch this later, Jackie, I will send you the link once I get it
Okay.
out there on YouTube, and then
Okay.
they can watch it later. But I
Right,
also
right.
wanted to say, if like most of you all are my brand partners, you are here and you're happy to accept your commissions. But if there's anybody else watching this later and they decide they want to go ahead and do it in the next, how many days do we have? 2 more days in March. I will also be sending you a second diffuser, a dewdrop diffuser. You just have to message me. But if you're under somebody else as your enroller, I'm sure they'll have a beautiful prize for you too. Like I'm sure Rochelle has a beautiful prize. But I am giving, let me go ahead and show it to you. It's a cute little diffuser, the dewdrop diffuser here. It's another basic, this is what I got when I started. I have diffusers all over this house now. Someday I'm going to take a picture of all the prizes Young Living has sent me recently. I mean, there's so many. It's just like out of control, but I have a mini Aria diffuser that I just got. And that is another favorite of mine. But this is the dewdrop. This is the diffuser. You're going to get your Desert Mist with the kit. But in the next 2 days, if you go ahead and you're my new customer, I'm going to be sending you also a second diffuser for your bedroom, living room, bathroom, this dewdrop one. If I don't break it first, no, it's it's good. Now, these are the special little things I wanted to share with you all. Like I said, I just came back from this massive, beautiful vacation. Anybody know what this is? What do you guys think this is?
A keychain.
Bracelet.
Well, it was on my wrist, but what do you think it does? Any ideas? Oops, let me show it to you. Hold on. Check that out. Any ideas what this might have done for us when we were at the resort in Dominican Republic on this free vacation?
Kept you calm.
This is the room key. Oh, go ahead, Jackie or Judy. Go ahead. Did you know what this was? Okay, this was our room key. This is the neatest thing ever, isn't it? I mean, I just love Young Living. It was on our wrist, so you never lost your room key. And this is how you got your free food and drinks too. You just put that up to your door and that's how you got in. Isn't it adorable?
Wow.
Okay. Anybody can see this? Can you
Yeah.
see my free t-shirt? Javen's got one too, but it says Young Living Paradise on the back of it. But now this has any questions? Let's get your questions in first. Did you have questions? Because I'm going to the Dominican Republic in a minute. But anybody have any questions? Let me see.
I know how you want it, but I want to know how you want it.
I am taking you with me next time. Lisa, I am not going on another one of these prizes alone. Okay, I have so much information that I want to share with my brand partners, but I'm just going to throw one little tidbit out there that I think is massive. That I was saying, I try to encourage all of you to teach classes. And one of the diamond ladies who was there on the vacation is that is too much for a lot of people. And I believe a lot of you feel that way. One person a day that you share something with, a new person, just share something you love about Young Living. If you love the premium starter bundle like I do, tell them a little bit about it. If you love the soap like I do, tell them about it. If you love the Thieves Cleaner, tell them about it. One person a day, just share something. And if they say no, you're done. They don't want it. They say yes, you're going on a free vacation. That is what it takes. And if you talk to 3 people one day, you're done for 3 days. Take the next 3 days off. But that is how she got on this vacation. Free. I mean, it was so ultimate awesome. I want to go ahead and tell you guys that my niece just happened to be going to a resort in the Dominican Republic, same time we were. Her resort did not compare to the beautiful, wonderful, comfortable place that Young Living took us. It was in the same town. It was at the same time, but we were spoiled rotten. I also want to show you, go ahead.
I want to add something to Chris because Sometimes you look at a contest, and I'm a gold leader, and I haven't won the gifts that Chris has won. But when you hit a certain rank, you're guaranteed a trip by Young Living. So the first rank that I went to, the first trip that was paid for by Young Living was my silver retreat. And when I took my husband, because my husband used to travel for business, he would tell me, he says, nobody gets this. Nobody. And I didn't believe him until Chris started saying the same thing, because I've been rewarded by Young Living. I'm like, oh, this is how everybody gets treated. Your resort, your flight, your hotel, the gifts that you give, they give so much more to you, and they do it even if you don't win a contest, as long as you're growing. So it's reachable. I've been part of other MLMs, and the only people that would win were the big wigs, and the little people never got out of the box. This, you can choose. You're like, okay, I'm going to do this, and we can work with you if you let us know which way you want to go.
And I also want to say that it is so true. I talked to someone else from Canada who won this. She was in Hawaii with us too. And all of us in Hawaii were like, we're tired. We're not doing anything else. But then that little incentive was there. And the points were actually really low to get this free trip compared to what they should have been. So that motivated us all, like, let's just share. Let's just try. And look, a lot of the people, most of the people I met in Hawaii were there, and the Dominican also. But she told me that she was in some other MLMs, and she said she never ever got any thank yous like Young Living.
Never. Mm-mm.
All you need is 2 new people a month, and you're getting thank yous from Young Living. 3, and you're getting huge thank yous. You don't even have to win a trip. Go ahead, Jackie. Do you have a question?
Yeah, I was going to say, I used to work for a Chamber of Commerce, and one of my responsibilities was try to help business owners market their business. And I'll always ask them, well, who is your customer? Who do you want to market to? How do you do it? And I've been sharing with Rochelle that, take the time to actually show a person how to use the oil. You may have to even give them a product, and then you check back with them what was the results, because if you can sell them on one oil, then they become more interested. But you just can't talk about it. You have to actually show them. You have to actually show that it works. And then that will become a customer, and that customer will tell other people. But you have to start with one and focus on doing the work, actually inviting them in, showing them how to make oils, mix oils, a roller or whatever, in order to help them to understand. Because for me, when I first started, totally unfamiliar. So I would come to these meetings, how many I've been to, and still it's just talk. But until you actually use it and you can actually see the results, then you're convinced, because once you're convinced, then you are going to talk about it.
So I want to add to you, because this is a difference too between a Zoom meeting. The Zoom meeting, we're just looking at each other, right? Because I'm looking at Chris. I've been to Chris's house, so it's a little bit different. But when I have a person in my house, I have diffusers everywhere. So most people that come in my house feel immediately different. And I'm able to give, it doesn't have to be an hour presentation, because I learned really fast that people have a short-term memory. So it could be just inhaling a diffuser. It could be putting on something for stress. It could be something, because the pollen is so big in Florida, to help somebody with their lungs, with their respiratory system. When you help somebody take a deep breath and breathe differently, like I'm an asthmatic, right? There isn't a placebo that's going to open up your lungs. So being in person, I do a lot of stuff online. I know Chris does, I know Rochelle does, but it will never replace in person, never.
Absolutely. So there's 3 more things I want to share with you guys. I got 3 minutes. So go ahead.
Talk about shaving.
Yeah, I actually am going to show the video in a second, but Jessica has a question for us first. We'll talk serious, and then we'll have some fun. Go ahead, Jessica.
Yeah, so I was wondering, because you were talking about the thieves oil every day drop in the water, but I saw that it said like to put it in a capsule
You can do
and
it
to
either way.
test it.
Yeah, you can do it either way you want. I'm quick, and I'm out of this house in a heartbeat. So I throw it in some water, and I have to, oil and water don't mix. It's oil. So I might have to I just have a little bit of water, throw it in there, and then it's stuck in the glass, throw a little bit more water. So, I mean, you're gonna get it all if it's in a capsule. I just don't have the time for that.
Is it just like one drop?
Yes, I
No,
just,
it has to be what you need. So my husband takes about 5 drops a day, and you have to regulate for you, because we're not allowed to diagnose and say, oh, take 1 drop, or 1 drop is 1 drop. And if you do only 1 drop, you might need, and you have to find out what's the reason that you're doing the 1 drop. If it's for wellness, you might have to do it several times a day. And that's where you write that down. Is it for wellness, or is it just for your morning
wake up.
cinnamon? Yeah. Yep.
No, we do it preventatively, and honestly, we have not had any colds or flus in years and years and years. Yeah. We just do it, and it's basically when I'm going out and I'm gonna be around a bunch of people, that's when I do my thieves and lemon together. Sometimes I don't do the thieves, but usually I do, just because I want the strongest immune system I can have. Judy, did you have a question?
No, I was gonna say, I just put the drops under my tongue. Cause it's quick and that's how I do it.
But for a new person, putting thieves under the drop, because I'm gonna tell you, when I was new, when I put thieves under my tongue, I almost fell on the floor because the fire, but my husband loves fire. I do not love fire. And if you have a sore throat, or you have a sore in your mouth and you put a drop of thieves in, I felt the flame of fire get me, but the infection was gone. Do you know what I mean? That's how I knew. But I did, that's how come I like to tell my new ones, slow, steady, maybe an olive oil, maybe in a little bit of coconut oil, so you don't have the flamethrower, but you have to choose what's for you. Because I had a woman put thieves in her child's mouth, and I'm like,
Ooh.
what's wrong with you? Because she's like, well, I don't have. So that's how come you have to really reflect on who you are. Write down your journal, write down, was it a great experience, or did you traumatize yourself? And then maybe make it a softer, gentler experience.
You have another question, Jessica? Just go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. So you were talking about like when you order and you're new. So I just ordered like this month. I already had ordered mine in the beginning of the month. You're saying that you get a dewdrop diffuser?
Desert Mist, the second order, as long as it's 50 and as long as it's a loyalty order. It's a $50 loyalty order the second month. If it's more, you'll get more free product, but you're absolutely guaranteed as a new one, the second consecutive month, you'll get a free Desert Mist diffuser.
What I was talking about was the dewdrop. For anybody who might be watching this later, you guys are all on my team already. And Jessica, I think you're with Esther, but if somebody comes on with me, I'm going to send them the dewdrop as a second diffuser. I think that's what you were talking about. So that's just a little gift I have to welcome somebody straight with me that I'm going to be teaching. That's just a personal little thing I'm putting out there. So I don't think Esther is there yet to give you a gift, but she'll give you a big hug, I think. Okay. Guys, I want to go ahead and show you just a little graphic here. This is a quick, brief view of my trip that Young Living put out there that I thought I would share with you all. Let's see if I can get it up here to show you from the Facebook page, because I know a lot of you aren't on Facebook, so you might not see this, but let me see.
Can we hear it too?
Yeah, let me start it from the beginning. Hold on, girls. Here we go. Is everybody ready? Let me get it
Yep.
to the beginning. And here is a picture. Can you hear it?
This trip it's amazing. It's blowing my mind. We are just getting spoiled like crazy. Everything Young Living does is always beautiful. I was a stay-at-home mom, and then I decided, why not me? Like, why not? And so I started, and 3 months in, I somehow qualified for this trip, which is wild, but it just goes to show that anybody can do it. I fell in love with the products and just told people about it. You don't have to have any sales experience. I don't have any business experience. And it's just so easy to share what you love with people. All this hard work was absolutely worth it. This place is absolutely beautiful. You're in the tropics, you're in the Caribbean, and you're here with hundreds of other friends. These trips are for you. If you love natural wellness and you know that everyone else needs it, you can do this too.
Okay, that was actually one of the, hold on. That was one of the graphics I wanted to show you, but it just kind of gives you an idea of what we did, all the fun that we had down there. And there's another one too, but that gave you an idea. I wanted to do that. And I also wanted to show you my husband. This is just really quick, but you guys, my husband, he's adding something here. What did you do? He did 400 feet. He said, I don't know how far we were, but my husband decided that he was going to be a Superman. Does anyone know what Superman ziplining is?
I do.
So Superman ziplining is they attach, I think it's at your neck, your back, your feet, and you Superman down the hill. You fly at these amazing speeds. This was all inclusive. This was a place, an excursion that Young Living took us to. My husband has Parkinson's. He has trouble walking, in case you guys don't know him. But he decided he was going
You
to.
know, his mom is right there. Hello.
I know, I
Yeah.
told her. But she hasn't seen she hasn't seen the video. So not only did they spoil us by taking us to this park and agreeing to let him zip line down the hill head first, but he has a walker. So they're all speaking Spanish. Just want you to know, Dominican Republic, we didn't find too many people that knew any English, and we don't know Spanish. So I'm trying to figure out, how is this going to work? How is he going to get down the hill? And what about the walker? And he's like, you just go first. I got that. So I went first. And then he's going to take his walker down. Little did I know, they had a guy zip line Javen's walker down the hill before him. And then they zip line Javen down the hill. So here's a little picture of it. If I can share this, let me see if I can share this with you guys. My husband zip lining down the hill. Here we go. Can you all see that?
You got to pinch it out bigger, Chris.
Let's see if I can do that. I don't know how to do that. Anyway.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I just saw him fly by.
Okay. You did. Let me see. Let me see if I can at least make the picture bigger. This is his walker coming down the hill. The guy is zip lining. See the wheels? That is Javen's walker coming down the hill. I wonder if there is a way I can make this bigger for you. Oh, I don't know how to do this here. Let me just click on it and see if it gets bigger. All right,
Yep.
good. Here we go. All right, and let's put the sound in. There comes the walker.
That is hilarious.
There's
Okay.
Javen. All right.
Oh, Chris, I want you to tag me on that. That is, I want to blow that up.
It is so amazing. All right, girls. I just thought I'd share that with you. Thank you for joining us. Sorry, I'm 6 minutes late. If you have other questions, feel free to stay on. If you're watching this later and you have some questions, then feel free to ask us. But thank you guys very much for joining us. And tag a friend. I will send this. I'll try to send the link to all of you. If you have someone in the next 2 days who joins and they make you the enroller, we will celebrate with you. If they want to make me the enroller, I will send them a dewdrop diffuser. But thank you very, very much for joining us. See you next week.
So Jessica, very quickly, Jessica, I sent you a message in the chat. Hopefully you got it.
I didn't notice. I noticed it, but I
Okay.
didn't know how to do it.
Okay, guys, I put a message in the chat for you. Okay, I'm gonna send
The
it. I'm
other
gonna send
thing
it
too,
again.
it's good
I haven't been-
sometimes just to text her